So I planned on making this video this morning. I'm glad I waited because more info has come out since then. Now, what am I talking about? Last night, I don't know if it was a post or just somebody talking, but for whatever reason, on the Turtle WoW Discord in the roleplay section in the main lounge, I got screenshots sent to me of that chat talking about how they were going to be removing the guild housing. So what I think originally was talked about or announced or whatever, however it started, was that Turtle WoW in the next upcoming patch or in the future plan on, I think right now they're planning on halting all new guild houses just because of the influx of the population of players, which is completely understandable. You can't have a million guild houses, fortresses, camps, whatever, out in the world because it just gets clustered in whatever. So with population, it's completely agreeable. But what people have the issue in is that there's possibly going to be a new system overtaking it, which might be instance housing, not confirmed, but it seems very likely. And the biggest thing that people really got mad about was the fact that it looked at the time that they were going to be removing the existing guild bases in the world, and I think it was mentioned, I don't know if it was confirmed by a GM or not, because I could just so many people are talking, I can't scroll back and find it, but I think that they said they were going to move it into the Caverns of Time so that it would be like a portal that you would click on and it would send you to your player or your guild house or whatever, and people could still go into the legacy houses that way. Now, a lot of people, I'll put a couple of screenshots, the screenshots that were sent to me, that is, of people just getting really mad about them removing the pre-existing ones in the world, because it's like, okay, we completely understand you can't make new ones. I understand, and other people seem to understand you cannot make new ones, fair enough, but you need to keep the old ones in the world, especially the ones that have been there the longest. Not only are they just a staple on there, but it's where role players go. You know, you see something new out in the world, and you're like, "Ooh, what's this?" And then you see other people gathering around, role playing. And remember, Turtle WoW primarily is a roleplay PvE server. Roleplay PvE server. So it's catered to the role players for a while, and that's what most of their core is, even though you're getting a lot of people from other servers who are primarily only PvE or primarily only PvP or whatever it takes. A lot of role players are on this server, and they're the ones who have been on here pretty much the longest. So it is an issue to have instance roleplay. Everyone learned this with the garrison system in Warlords Draenor. Just everyone left the world. It was like the one or two people in the garrison, and that was it. And if they move to instance guild housing, that's going to be an issue. Now, when it comes to if any server decides to do this, I completely understand with player housing. There's no way you can accommodate for thousands and thousands, a million people all having houses in the open world. And that, unless you just expand the world 10 times larger, there's no way that's going to happen. Now, some servers are planning on making systems for that, but it's going to be limited. You know, there's all this other BS, but Turtle WoW does not have player houses. They have guild houses or guild bases or forts or just little roleplay camps, right? So since I waited on making this video, a post has come out addressing the guild housing concerns, in which Torta says, okay, blah, blah, we're going to add some clarity to this. The guild housing on Turtle WoW has always been a collaborative effort built by the community and roleplay GMs. Unfortunately, building new activities has been discontinued in recent times. This decision was made because it significantly interferes with our development routine, and we simply cannot accommodate the high demand for guild houses in the open world, the requirement for the staff to keep up with these requests, and the concern for overcrowding in the game make it unfeasible for us. Now, I completely understand and agree with that, so that's fine. To summarize, we don't need to summarize, we already I already summarized it for you and explained it. We will explore the possibility of introducing a genuine guild housing system that would be accessible to every guild. This system would allow guilds to create their own environment, showcase their achievements, and serve as a gathering place for the community. Additionally, we will implement a new system that rewards guilds based on the effort of their members put in. Now, I got two things out of that. One, it'll either be completely instanced, or what it would be is a phasing technology. So, the instance is how you would expect. You would have a building with a portal, you enter it, and it's your guild's house, and whatever it is. Phasing, how I'm thinking of it, would be, if they manage to do it, I don't know if they're doing it or not, just how I'm thinking about it, is it would be a specific spot in the world. It would be like the same house with the same gate or whatever, and anyone from anywhere can go and play in that area. However, depending on what guild you're in, it would look different, and if you were invited into a group or whatever, then it would phase over so you could see how their guild, kind of like garrisons, but not instance, right? Because it would just be phased. But I don't think that technology would work on a 1.12 client. It would certainly work on other newer clients, rather. So we'll have to see. I'm fairly certain they're gonna go the instance route. But anyway, we understand that the current guild bases hold significant roleplay hubs as part of the server's history. We assure you these locations will be preserved, and we will actively work to ensure they remain easily accessible and usable for roleplay purposes, rather than solely gameplay mechanics. Now, something that we skipped, I think it was up here that we skipped, what they mean by gameplay enhancement, or yeah, rather than using them for gameplay enhancements, is because you can teleport to the hubs, which makes it great for roleplay accessibility, because if it's a chore to get there, you know, not as many people will go to roleplay. If it's easily accessible, then yeah, sure, I'll pop over real quick, or, oh, it's just outside Orgrimmar, I'll just walk over there real quick. So, that's fine. But, because of the teleportation, a lot of people are using it for not roleplay, they're using it to get a advantage in leveling, or what have you. It's like, oh, I have this quest on the other side of the world, I'll just talk to this NPC, teleport to this guild house, and it's right around the corner. You know what I mean? So, it looks like they're going to be figuring out some other way to make it easily accessible without it just being, you know, so. And also, it is important to note that no immediate or near future changes will occur, because I think they said they planned on doing something in the next patch, which God knows when that's going to be, but also this is an ongoing long-term thing. It's not going to be right away, as they said, but the clarification that the older hubs are remaining is the biggest thing. That seems to be the biggest thing that people were angry about. So that's definitely good news that those are, sorry about that, are going to be staying, but I completely understand that they're not going to be making new ones in the world, and they're going to be making a new system for all of the influx of players coming in. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. My video that was planning on coming out today was going to be just a one of those news roundup videos where I talk about all the different servers, because except for this, which was literally last minute, there's not been a lot of news on the various servers, so I was just going to do a, you know, nitpick of one or two comments from all the different private servers talking about them. So news roundup basically is what I call it. But yeah, that will be Thursday or Friday's video, so I will see you then.